Hey everyone, welcome to the Happy Cancer Tarot channel. I hope this finds you guys doing good. I know I've been MIA for some days, actually almost a week, but I'm doing good. I just needed to take some time to myself. But anyway, last night I was minding my business and I had got this image of this card right here. And when I got the image, I kind of like just let it go. But anyway, the image shows a future love letter and it shows I love you. So it made me feel like, or at least I thought, I was under the impression that you guys would be receiving a letter in the future from someone that loves you. And that was last night for me, the prior night. And so so in the morning time, when I woke up, I woke up at like 4:40 a.m. and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I grabbed my phone and as soon as I opened my phone, I went to my Pinterest account. And in my Pinterest account, the first thing that I saw was a post that said, "Letter to the man who treated me as an option." That is actually what the post says, okay? It says, "A letter to the man who treated me as an option." And I was like, okay, so I just saw last night the letter, and then I just saw that post. So initially I thought you guys were receiving a letter, only to find out that either some of you have already written a goodbye letter to someone, or you will be writing a letter in the near future to someone saying goodbye. Some of you may give the person the letter, and some of you may just write it and then just toss it in the garbage. Or maybe some of you may do like a ritual to write the letter out and then just burn it and say la vie, right, to that person. It just felt like a farewell letter saying goodbye. It's like accepting the experience, whatever it is that you experience, because it didn't feel like it was coming from a place of anger. And I'm going to read the letter to you guys too, because I feel like it was meant, that particular letter, because then I just started looking at other letters. Because once you click on that, you can see other letters that'll come up underneath. But that letter was the letter that felt like so much so for the energy that I was feeling. It wasn't like you guys were feeling angry. You may have felt sad, disappointed, but I didn't feel anger. It felt peace. It felt like it was being written to make peace with the experience and the person and to let go and move on. It's like saying how you feel, because right here, I'm going to tell you about why this deck is out. But there's water, so about the feelings. It's like expressing your feelings, expressing what you experienced and how you felt, and then letting it go. And this image shows, I don't know if you guys, yeah, there you go. There's like a bottle with a phone, but it says message in a bottle. And this is like being tossed out to the sea. So it makes me feel like, and then here looking in the mirror, I feel like someone is writing this letter or will be writing this letter for yourself. You may not, I really don't feel like some of y'all are even going to send it. You may just be writing it for yourself as just like a final farewell to that situation, to that person. And when I was getting ready to, I had decided to read the letter to you guys because it just felt like it was for you all. As I was preparing to grab my candles to sit down, and this mood just felt fitting because it felt calm. I saw this deck, which furthermore confirmed for me that I needed to do this for you guys, because I wasn't planning on posting anything until like maybe tomorrow or, you know, a couple of days later. I was still just like really focusing on myself. But I saw this deck said message, and I was like, okay, I need to give you guys this message. Okay, so I'm going to read the letter to you guys. So sit down, get comfortable. Okay, sit down and get comfortable. I'm going to read this letter, and the letter is actually titled. Okay, it was the first thing that popped up when I went to my Pinterest account, because you know a lot of things pop up, but that was the very first thing. And plus, I went to bed with this image already. But I thought it was you guys going to receive a letter, but it was like, no, you all are going to write a final farewell letter to this person. And the title of the letter says, if I didn't state it, but I'm about to start reading it. The title is Letter to the Man Who Treated Me as an Option. That's the actual title. So whether you're a man or woman, this can still apply to you if that is what you've been feeling, if this letter is what you've been feeling as it pertains to your experience, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and let's get started. If I had to describe what I experienced with you with a single word, that word would definitely be wait. I was always waiting for something, that you are ready, that you stop being afraid of engagement, that you answer my messages, that you call me, that you choose me, that you are sure about us, and the list can go on and on. If I had let you continue in and out of my life, I would still be waiting. I could have given us millions of chances, and maybe I did. I think the result would have been the same. It could never have worked because you would never have changed. You would never have loved as I deserved, as I loved you. Saying this does not make things easier, but allows me to face reality once and for all. I wasted too much time hoping that you would eventually come, see me, and understand how good we could have been together if you had given us a chance. But you have never been able to, have you? You were emotionally disturbed, so scared of love that your only option was to keep me as far from your heart as possible. You never talked too much, not important things at least. But those rare occasions when you opened up to me were the ones that pushed me to fall in love with you. You hugged me so tightly, kissed me so passionately that I couldn't help but think that you had sincere feelings for me. On those rare occasions, you were everything I had always dreamed of, but the rest of the time, you were so distant. I believe you did what was necessary to keep me close to you, but never close enough. This necessary worked for a while. You knew you could always come back to me, no matter how many days we hadn't seen each other. You knew I couldn't do anything except to let you come back. You saw how deep my love was, and you benefited from it. I have never been the first of your priorities, and it is something that you have proven to me 1,000 times through your words and your actions. I was satisfied with crumbs of attention and affection. It was my biggest mistake because I allowed you to treat me poorly. By being satisfied with this, I have become a simple option, and it is impossible to accept being less than that in the eyes of someone who is our priority. By being content with far less than I deserve, I never stopped hurting myself. By staying by your side, I never stopped breaking my own heart. You kept telling me the stories I wanted to hear. The most frequent being the one in which we end up together. One day, when the timing is right, why spoil what we had? Why need a label? Why would people need to know about us? You never stopped telling me about it, and I kept believing you, and even today, I don't know why. I suppose that when our heart is too invested, we cannot count on our common sense or our own eyes to see reality in the face. My tears, many tears, were the only thing capable of opening my eyes. As soon as I thought of you, I felt like I had hit a brick wall. I gave you everything from me, my love, my understanding, my respect, and my commitment. And you never tried to do the same. You just took me for granted and assumed I will always be there. Trust me, I thought the same thing for a while, but there was a revealing moment which allowed me to see clearly. It allowed me to understand that if I stayed with you in this atmosphere of emotional lift, I would fall ill. Whenever I felt like we were going somewhere, you let me down. Whenever I believed in your promises, you disappointed me. Whenever I was happy with something you had done, I paid the price in pain. That's why I had to put an end to it all. I had to stop letting you treat me like this. I had to have enough respect for myself not to allow you to come back. I had to stop wasting my time and realize that you would never be ready. I had to protect my heart because it couldn't bear you to keep doing to keep come I'm sorry. I couldn't bear you to keep going in and out of my life. I had to put my feelings for you aside and remember what I deserved. I had to move away from you to find myself, love myself, and be happy again. I had to become my first priority for you to stop treating me as an option. So that is the letter, guys. And again, it's titled Letter to the Man Who Treated Me as an Option. And it shows up on the website of Let Love Be Louder. I'm going to try to link it in the description box for those of you that actually want to be able to read it if this resonates with you, so you can actually go read it for yourself if you want to. But yeah, that was the letter that came through. So for those of you that have been contemplating something like this, some of you may have already written a letter, then this would probably be for you. But I'm not going to do a reading or anything. I just felt like sharing that letter because that was the message that came through for me last night and this morning when I woke up. And I just wanted to be obedient and give this to the person that needed to hear this. All right, guys, I wish you all the best. I will catch you guys maybe in a couple of days or so with your reading. Take care. Bye.